So simulation and online gaming, esports have started to push that quite considerably as well. There is an AI driver coaching bit of software that's now starting to come through. Again, that works very well because obviously with gaming and the stuff that can look at, it's a lot easier to work it with the data that you want to give it. We're limited with the data that we can give it from either real time, but then that changes, as I said earlier on, with fuel loads, with temperatures. With online simulation and gaming and everything else like that, you can give it a fixed set of results. That the weather never changes, the circuit never changes, the cars never change. It's completely fixed every single time. That would be the beauty of AI coaching. That's where it can work. If it were to be able to understand what we do in real life as well, that would be the ticket. That would put us all out of a job as well, I think.
Well, and not a lot of people know, but to be a professional racing driver, it is actually consistency. You need to be able to go out and drive the same each lap, each corner, each braking point, each brake pressure, each application of the throttle, so that you can then compare the setting changes.
Exactly that, and that's the hardest. That's the hardest part. Is that actually when we go testing, when I've gone 0.3 faster, is that the setup change? Or is that because I've gone through that corner better? But have I driven it better because the car's enabled me to drive it better as well? So you see, these are where all these permutations and variations do start to creep in. Have I got on the brakes later because the car lets me and does what I want it to do, which is enable me to brake later? Or is it the fact that I brake later? What is it? So of the 100 laps that we did at Anglesey, in theory, they should all be identical, but they won't be because of what the car setup changes have enabled you to do as well. So yeah, there's lots and lots of bits and pieces that we're having to analyse that is all done manually at the moment.
So this is the butterfly effect then, isn't it?
Yep.
Why did you go faster, you or the car?
Exactly that. Now, as a professional driver, I was perfect.
Yes.
It's always the car that's the problem. It's always the car, And if it have gone faster, it's because of me. But if it's gone slower, it's because of the car. That's how it works.
Of course. So, Tom, sounds like there's 2 or 3 further episodes that I think we could envisage coming out of this conversation.
Quite easily, yeah.
For example, it'd be great to visit during a racing weekend.
Perfect.
And look at the chassis port and the laptop that plugs into that. What data it collects. Equally, it'd be great to look at the engine port as well. And I believe the engine manufacturers provide the engine as a managed service.
Correct. Yes.
Engine as a service.
Yes, that's correct.
Using an IT term. So hopefully we can talk to them.
There's multiple streams that we could we could go down in here. As I say, we've got some amazing. Our engine partners are based over in Swindon. Exactly that. The technology that's involved in what they do and the IT that's involved in what those guys do is really impressive to see how much stuff is being analysed on a constant fly, and the work that goes on to constantly improve that side as well. So there's multiple areas of development that we have access to, that we all seem to go off and do our own little thing and then come together on a race weekend and make sure it all plugs in and it all works together as it should.
Super. And finally, we'll go and have a look at the race trailer as well, and where you all get together to review that data. So excellent, brilliant. Well, let's go and have a walk around the workshop.
Perfect. Let's go and have a look.